Best known for her role in the television series Dynasty, and now starring on General Hospital, Emma Samms has been spending time off the set developing her skills as a photographer. From her home nestled in the hills above Los Angeles, we had the chance to talk with her about her second career.
I started taking photographs in a rather strange way. I had never been interested in photography other than just taking snaps with a completely automatic camera. And a friend of mine who was an actor needed a new headshot. And he couldn't afford to hire a photographer, so I said, look, I've had my picture taken so much, I must know something about this. Let me see what I can do. And so I just really guesswork did some black and white headshots of him. And by pure coincidence, one of them came out rather nicely, so he used it as his headshot. It was in his agent's office. And the head of advertising for Revlon walked in there and was talking about doing a big campaign for a new fragrance that they had. And they wanted to hire a female photographer to take pictures of men of the United States. And he was looking around the walls of all these different photographs in the agent's office, and he said, yeah, but everybody's taking the same kind of pictures these days. Look, they're all the same. Now, this one's unusual. And, of course, my picture was different because I didn't know how to do usual. And the agent said, oh, Emma Samms took that. And he said, oh, I didn't know she was a photographer. And the agent, being an agent, said, oh, yes, she is. And so based on that one photograph, I was hired for a wonderful, wonderful campaign to shoot for Revlon, which was extremely scary. I didn't want to get just beautiful and famous people. I wanted to get real people. So my assistant and I just arrived in various cities around the United States. And there were days when we would just get so excited because we found the most incredible place and the most incredible people. And much to my surprise, the pictures came out very well. I also really enjoyed the work that I did for Metro Magazine, which is a really beautiful magazine that's out of Chicago, though it's sold all around the States and actually in Europe as well. I've taken pictures that were good on my little Minolta and bad on my Hasselblad. You have to take a lot of pictures. Though it is somewhat the theory of the monkey at the typewriter, which is if you take enough pictures, one of them's going to be good, you know. The monkey's going to write something eventually. I think compared to acting, there's much less of a personal relationship between the photographer and the subject rather than an actor and another actor, because you don't see the photographer. He's buried behind a camera. So yes, there's a little interaction between shots, but mostly it's up to the model to interact with a piece of equipment. Certainly when I was modeling, which I did do so for a couple of years, you have to let your imagination do everything for you because you can't expect to be relating to that person who's hidden behind a camera because you just don't see them. Very important that the photographer isn't all sort of flustered. Otherwise you sense it and then it shows in your face. When I'm acting, I say the lines that have been written for me to say. I stand on the marks that are put on the floor for me to stand on. And obviously it is creative, but I find that photography is much more creative, much more control for me. I can control every aspect of it, which is very satisfying.
That's perfect. Couldn't have picked a better day.
Don't you think that the true sign of a professional photographer is what they can fold up one knee?
Oh, God, I don't want to say it. Yeah, okay.
It's like the biggest challenge of all is whether you can fold it back.
This is a test. Hey,
Yay!
That was pretty good, Emma.
I very luckily was able to get hold of a Hasselblad. It actually belongs to my father. And I thought asking him if I could borrow it was a bit much. So I asked for help from my two brothers and my sister. And we all went together and said, please, can I have the Hasselblad? And he very kindly has lent it to me, and it's just wonderful. It's just such an amazing piece of equipment. Probably.
That's a beautiful camera there, Emma.
I know, very lucky, aren't I?
Do you want me to help you?
No, that's very good.
I love being an assistant. It is such a treat, assisting a photographer.
But you're the subject now.
Because you know what they need before they almost know it themselves. It's great to have an assistant like that.
You have to do it by nails. I'm useless. It's so pathetic. I can't wait. A week and a half and I can cut them all off.
They have quick release gadgets now. You want me right on the edge where I belong, Emma?
Yes, that's lovely. Thank you. Oh, it's very nice.
Look, there goes the flying saucer. That works once or twice during a shoot, and that's about it. They're all saying, I have to have music. And where's my agent? I want my agent to be here.
You felt that one? I felt that one too. I liked it. Yes, beautiful, honey, baby, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yep. I've got an elbow in my shot. Booms in. Thank you. Okay, why don't we do one where you're sort of maybe looking a little more pensive and looking down so the light won't be too bad if you're looking into the... The Starlight Foundation, which is a charity that grants wishes to children who are critically, chronically, or terminally ill, is something that I've been involved with since I started it 8 years ago, and I continue to be very involved with it because it's very centering for me. It keeps my priorities straight. You know, the business that we're in is very odd. There are odd people in it. Our priorities are odd. It's very easy to forget what's really important. And when I found myself talking to the parents of a sick child, it just makes you realize what is important, how lucky I am.
This moment is brought to you by Warner Brothers.
I need to go up this, I think.
You prefer photographing men or women?
Men. Yes.
Yin yang.
Guess I like men better than I like women.
Here, here. Yeah.
Tell you what, why don't we turn and look out that way so it's just that I'm lighting your back.
Okay.
Just like looking at it, there we go.
Do you want any film?
Yeah, if you can get in. I don't think you can there.
I'm looking into my future. There's my house down there on Casiano Road. Oh, I left the jacuzzi on. Oh, no.
Not really.
Nah.
Really.
And then, can you give me the wider angle after this? I'll do a few frames on there.
We don't have much time.
I know.
Okay.
Just...
Okay.
I hope so.
And that's it. Thank you
Great.
very much.
Very good, Emma. We're wrapped.
I try and talk to my subjects to relax them, to bring out their personality so that I can capture that. I don't want them sitting there like a lox, just kind of intimidated. I just like them to feel comfortable, and I tell them what I'm doing always so that they can understand what I'm working towards, and if I want them to look a certain way, why I want them to look a certain way. It all helps.